Hey guys, welcome back. This is segment 4 of our all-day style class. And this one is going to be on packing, which is always a fan favorite. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down into 4 locations, and we're going to show you guys how to pack smart, what we're going to wear on the plane, and how we'll get upgraded, because that's the end goal here. So real quickly, before I dive in with Claire, who's going to come out and take us to a fabulous warm vacation. It's just so warm in New York. So, anyways, but I just want to show you guys one of the keys first for packing is being really smart about what you're wearing on your body onto the plane. And so this, for me, I put a lot of thought into because for Thanksgiving, I am going to have to go to Montana first for a birthday party. And so I'm going to be leaving New York. I'm going to go from Montana, but then I have to go to Austin, Texas for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go to 2 wildly different temperature zones, and I'm going to be leaving a zone that is going to be right in between. So when I'm getting dressed for the plane, I want to have the heavier items on, and I want to be able to delayer as I need to. And then this is something like, in this case, I'm probably going to have a boot on with my Stella pants when I'm getting onto the plane, and then I can easily take them off and put on the slide here. So all of these things you guys are probably, a lot of you are probably familiar with already. These are a lot of without fails here. The nylon pants, the Max blazer, the easy sweater, and the Bayron shoes and the socks. But they are the pieces that they can be completely dressed up, and then they go right into your suitcase, and they take you through customs and security, where guys, if you know, you know, security loves this outfit. You guys get compliments all the time. Not that that's what we're going for, but it is kind of an extra bonus, which is nice. So I'm going to bring on Claire first, and Claire is taking us to someplace warm.
Yes, someplace warm, but not tropical hot. So I'm envisioning maybe like a North Carolina. Never been there, so can't speak to the winter weather.
Okay.
But
why don't we take you to South Carolina?
South Carolina, then.
A little bit warmer. North Carolina, you
Still
never
gets
really
cold.
know.
Okay.
Exactly.
Lovely.
So let's talk about what you're wearing on the plane.
Yes,
first.
so I'm going to travel in the Scotty joggers. It's a comfortable knit, and also the seaming down here, it keeps it kind of refined so I don't feel like a total slouch walking into the airport. I'm wearing the wool jersey hoodie tunic. It's sleeveless, which is great for delayering, and I just have it underneath the super fine wool. Yes.
And so even when you're traveling, you did not default into like pure sport on sport on sport. Like that balance, no matter where you are, is still
absolutely
key. So, but that
obviously traveling in a Baron, slip on, slip off. And I would travel with me. I would bring my blanket scarf so that way I don't have to worry about packing it, but it'll keep me warm enough to travel onto the airplane, and then I can use it as a blanket as well.
You always need this on the plane. You really do. And it's one that like it really balls up into a pillow. But this is one, like, I'll take this for sure with me to Montana as well, because, you know, right when I land in Montana, I'm going to go like this. So I just want to show you guys, like, I'm just going to take it like this and then wrap it around and just put it through. So what I've just used is like a full-on blanket. Claire snuggled up on her seat with it. I'm wearing it. Is now like this piece, but you're going to South Carolina.
Yes.
So this is probably something that is good in your hotel room.
Exactly. It's also my like traveling, because I'm traveling from New York. I'm gonna need it to get to the airports.
Yeah. So having that, that's an important thing when you are traveling someplace warm from a colder environment. When I get onto the plane and people are like literally coming on in like snowman outfits, I'm like, dude.
I'm also like, where are you gonna put that? Hopefully not by my feet.
No shit. Seriously. So this like can do everything for you, for sure. So let's not put him in your luggage because you're going to carry him.
He's coming with me.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay, so the top here. And this is, you know already, you don't even have to have your outfits planned. This is going to be versatility for you. When we talk about building texture into your wardrobe, This is one that is just immediate texture. And so we talk about the ultimate place that you can get to in packing is where you're not thinking about the outfits that you're packing, but you're just putting in all the different tools so that when you get there, you can build whatever you want.
Yeah, this texture is going to dress up super easily for any event or nice dinner if I'm meeting up with friends or family, but also I would have that wearing in the house all day before I go to said event.
Exactly. So if you've got this skirt here, so we've got the burnout velvet skirt. This, you know, is gonna look great together.
Gorgeous.
And you can even like make it an interesting vibe. Like if you're not wanting to carry a blazer with you.
Exactly, yeah.
This kind of does that
It does.
with, you know, in a more casual way. So that's really great. Okay, so we've got that together. And then that crinkled top, you've got the white joggers here.
Yes.
So we talk about things like with the joggers, you are putting things with it that are not traditional. So if you gave me like a cream t-shirt here, you'd be like, okay, you know, like sporty, sporty, sporty spice. So this means you've got like another outfit.
Absolutely. Also the ultimate pack down item. Nylon takes up no space in your bag.
Zero space. Which here, if you're wearing this, loving it with what you've got on.
Yeah.
Talking about the antonyms, mixing up the lace tank here with that. But also, I'm gonna wear this with the white nylon. You can layer it over the cream here. And then of course the black is gonna go back.
And it's all really good friction.
Yep. So your other consideration now, already in the bag, we've got 1 texture, 2, 3, 4 textures, 5, 6, 7 textures happening. And one of the biggest mistakes that people make is you go full on like denim, 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 tees, refined pant, and then you like feel like you have no outfit.
It's the same outfit, just slightly different.
Yeah, exactly. So the texture is so key here. And then you are adding this in. I'm going to say that this is like, you're not sure that you're wearing it.
Yeah.
But the cost to taking up space is very low. So this is, I saw a meme one time when people were like, why is it when I travel that I pull out things in my closet that I've never worn before?
Because you get excited.
You're like, all right, I'm in a new place.
Yes.
I'm going to like try on a new vibe. So this is one that if you do want to try on a new vibe, experiment, go low risk. Like this is not the time to figure out if you're going to wear your like full length Angora hoodie dress. But this little guy, he just like folds up to nothing. We've got
and that's that silk bias dress. I mean, this is gorgeous. If I had a wedding to go to over the winter, I would wear that with a nice heel, but then I would wear it with a sweater and a sneaker to go meet my friends.
Yeah, so there's a strong shot that he's going to end up in the rotation. And then we've got the lace skirt here too. And this is something that you've put in because, take this back out. So this, if you're deciding between the two as a dressy item, you always know that you've got a head to toe option here. But what I love about this lace skirt is that this with this shirt
also just
and just a pair of boots is a completely different vibe. So here, this is about the antonym. So a lot of what you packed has been on the sporty side and on the refined side. So the skirt with like the ripped lace, it's giving a totally different moment as well. Then again, just another layering piece for the way home. Depending on what your friends are doing, like the lace skirt here.
I love mixing those two together.
Yeah, because this is one you can imagine that if you were going out at night, this head to toe, and then this wrapped around the waist.
Yes.
And then it is South Carolina, and it is November in 2 days. So it's going to get chilly.
Yeah, you want to also be ready for that all of a sudden cold hit that is guaranteed to hit. You think it's not going to happen, and then it will.
And that kind of readiness, these lighter weight but still durable knits are just so perfect for that. I have no idea what's planned, but if it comes, I'm ready. And again, you've taken up, like we still have so much room here in the
Yeah,
little.
this is a
remote
piece I'll probably, I mean, I'll wear out, but I'll end up wearing it around my house just every single day. Like that packing piece that you end up pulling out every single day.
So not everything has to be like crazy, functional in terms of thinness, because
Yeah.
this is another option as well. So you've got a full-on sweater here that's got great detail and it has a little more heft. So we talked about the different textures in here. Now we have a sweater that is very tissue-like, and now we've got a sweater that is a little fuller, not chunky, but definitely a thicker, heavier gauge, which we're gonna love.
Yeah, this against
With the
any,
nylon.
I was gonna say any crispy nylon.
So good. And so this is where also these ring 3 colors, and then you could wear like something bright, like a yellow sneaker or something, or a yellow earring, and really brighten it up. And talk, you know, when we talk also about hedging your bets and feeling like you are in the right place when you land in terms of temperature, terrain, and what's the third one? Temperature, terrain, and anyways, something that communicates vibe. The thing is like, I remember one time, it was one of the first times that we'd ever gone to Palm Beach. It was over Thanksgiving. And I remember I got there and I was dressed all in gray and black. And I just showed up in the wrong color,
Yeah.
the wrong feeling, and the wrong moment. Doesn't mean that I'm supposed to go run out and buy a bunch of Lily Pulitzer. It's just about like, how do you switch it up a bit to feel in your moment? So if you've put this on, and if you're in South Carolina, and I don't know, maybe you've got a luncheon where everyone is a little happier and exuberant in their colors, just simply having like a yellow beaded bracelet,
Yes.
something bright can mix that up.
Especially into the winter when we get into so many high necks. I think it's always smart to throw in a funky earring that
Yeah.
is just gonna draw the attention away from all of this happening here and just lighten up your face.
Even like adding something like that takes it like where this might be like New York minimalist.
Yes.
Then this becomes like, oh, okay, just in case. So there you go. And then you selected a denim dress here.
Yes. We're doing amazing on space.
We're so good.
Yes.
Okay. So is this just for you hanging out? right?
Yeah, this is hanging out, and I would end up layering it as well. I would tie some of my mercerized hoodies around the waist.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably play around with this with just my Barons. If I happen to be by the beach, which I hope I could be, then this is something I would just throw on to kind of walk the beach later at night.
And you know, when we talk about like just wear your clothing, you can walk the beach. in
Yeah.
this. It's denim. It's easy. Like these are not like, oh my God, it's a denim
No,
dress,
yeah.
I can't walk on a beach. Yes, you can. All right, so we've got so much room here, so I'm going to close you up. And I'm actually not struggling for any other reason that I pushed this down and can't get through, because there's no struggle here. What the heck did I do? Anyways,
It still
all right,
works.
so what we can see is we are completely comfortable here. And then I've got an entire side here to put in 2 pairs of shoes, a makeup bag, and then you can come home with something
Yes.
as well. So we're gonna close you up. You've made it through security.
I have.
You didn't have to check
Few
your bag.
questions asked.
When they give you that pink
Yes.
tag, when you go down the runway, you're like, oh, thank you, sure, I'll like give it to someone.
Yeah.
But then you don't really. All right. So off you go. Very nice. So right when we do that, we're gonna leave it out. Okay. Okay, so our next destination here, I'm gonna let these guys set it up. All right, so locale 2 is Nina, and you're going to Norway.
I'm going home.
You're going home, but you also have a day job at Tibby, so
So,
you're gonna a limited amount of time, right? So the challenge is you're going to a really cold destination. right?
It's really cold.
So,
But can I just say one thing?
yes,
Since I grew up in Norway,
yes.
there is no such a thing as bad weather. There's only bad clothes.
Oh,
And we all have good clothes, so
Well,
we don't have a problem.
that's true. Wait, where are the brown boots? Oh, they're there. They're right back to me. Okay, so what I want to show is you're going to wear these a lot when you land.
Yep.
But this is something that even with the Calder, you can still slip the boot
Yeah.
over it. So when you're
We
going,
won't be able to get from the airport in Norway with those, so I have to
No,
get
no, no.
boots on.
yeah, so when you're going to the plane, the little Bayrons here, they're in your slip-on bag, your carry-on bag. So you've got this here, and then you've got this there. So you have got every one of your heaviest items really, really loaded up here for the plane. So we are going to be able to pack you up really, really. I'm really high.
I'm getting there.
But the key is you've got tank tops and everything on underneath.
Yeah.
So you can really take things on and off. So what we're going to pack for this long weekend are things that really pack quite lightly, but still have all the warmth when you are able to layer them up with leggings and things like
This
that.
is so cool. They're just
Right. So that's the wool jersey dress, and you're going to put that on with a nice legging.
Yep.
And be good to go. And then I don't even have to do my super flat packing here. Well, I can't so much because these are short, smaller bags. The other thing, when you are going to a really, really cold location, and but it's for a short time and you don't want to carry too much, remember all of these thin layering pieces, like the virgin wools,
they're so good.
so perfect. And you're creating multiple vibes here by just having some different colorways and purely letting functionality lead the way. So here with the brown dress, again, like layering this underneath it is going to give a whole bunch of interest. And then another little quick thing to get a different vibe happening is even something like the glove. And so here, let's take off your jacket, and then let's take off your dickie. So if you're going out here, and maybe you've put on the denim skirt, and you've got leggings on, and then the sweater, and then the boot, like
Pretty put together.
a really put together outfit. So when you are looking at packing this tightly, we put in the navy blue Winslow pant, which I think has already sold out, guys. I'm sorry, when I did this last week, it had not sold out, but I'm sorry. But it will be coming back in the black, so he's really good. So you can see one of the tricks here with packing so tightly for a quick weekend is all of these colors are all living in that ring 1 and 2 area. So you're really piling on the neutrals, and then you've got a good ring 3 strange sagey color. But doing this allows for so much flexibility. And then when you're back home, you can pick up a favorite t-shirt at your friend's shop that you love.
And again,
or whatever.
Even this, I can put a skirt on top of the dress.
Exactly.
It's so many possibilities with so few items.
So few items and lots of possibilities. All right, so that's good for our Norway trip.
That's right.
And you've got a whole half of a bag left to.
That I can buy more knitted sweaters in Norway.
No, well maybe one. I'm not gonna leave it too much because
You left me out.
Larry, don't do that.
Okay, I guess I'm carried away on the plane, so I can't pack that.
Yeah, so seriously though, this was ridiculous. Like, all of this is in that bag and you have so much room left. So you're not like killing yourself lifting things up and all. Okay, so our next location is Grace. And Grace is going to a wedding in a really amazing warm locale. And I'm going to pay attention to this one because I have a wedding in Cabo in January and I'm going to have to figure this out.
Yeah, so I decided to just kind of wear what I would be attending
Yeah.
the wedding for. So this is our Scion Satin pieces from the winter collection. This one is the sleeveless V top with the handkerchief that you can move and style as you will. So you can see there is the ability to kind of manipulate as you will, as well as the midi gode skirt in the same colorway. And this also comes in like a gray slate kind of pewter color, if that is more of your, you know, tone or more of what you kind of want to play with metallics. But I absolutely love this. It's so lightweight and perfect for like a really tropical, especially if we're going to a beautiful city that has so much to offer. We can transition this in so many different ways throughout our stay, as well as utilizing it for what we're attending.
Yeah, so
well, these are the sample sizes, but I'm typically an extra small and a 0. So this guy is laying a little low. My size would probably be more up here, but I wouldn't mind getting a size up just for a little bit of ease, as well as this is a size 4, but a 2 and a 0 would just kind of take away a little bit from here, make this be a little higher. And that's all it is. It's just the small differences.
yeah, sometimes when you are buying things for size, we always say consider height when you're talking about like the Liam.
For sure.
You can be a size 0, but if you're 5'11", you're going to feel better in a medium. And then on this, anytime something is satin, like for me, my measurements are closer to a 6 here, but I'll wear a size 4 in all of our nylons and tropical wools. But sometimes in the satin, it just drapes on the body a little bit closer. So sometimes I'll go on my higher side rather than the lower.
For sure.
What's great too with two-piece dressing, like you said, so now I'm like really thinking about combo, is what is great about two-piece dressing is if you wear this to the wedding, then the next day, absolutely like a t-shirt and then a flat sandal.
For sure.
And you're good to go. And that's good for a different night without the collar and everything.
Yeah, also if I am, let's say, downstairs and I'm like just hanging out with a few friends, maybe even this with something a little strappy underneath and a very nice like bohemian sandal would take me like to another like level of utilizing this, which is like very chic and lean and very like appropriate for where I am.
Yeah, so this was on your body when you got on the plane.
Yeah.
But this with this out and then like a little brown sandal.
Perfect. And a soft.
It's a whole amazing moment. Exactly. So for the airplane, you've gone with the Gabe shirt because that gives you so many options, and then the nylon. So I'm just going to put this in the bag right now to replace, since you're wearing the actual event outfit here. But we're going to throw this into the bag. And again, these nylons, perfect for warm weather.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And I know this from all of you guys who write to me from Singapore to the DR, like that is absolutely perfect for warm weather. But I love here, so you went with like this peachy color because everything gets chilly at night. No matter what.
Also, if I'm staying, let's say, at a resort, or if I'm like going to a restaurant, and just because of the high air conditioning that they might have, I'll just like throw this guy. And it's
air
so
conditioning is
soft.
real.
Yes, no, for sure.
Yeah. So I think too, like how we do a lot of like the blazers and everything, I could just see like later on in the evening, just throwing something like that on for your warmth moment at the wedding is just
like wonderful.
pretty.
Yeah, and then this is a soft mohair, and if you guys are like me, I usually am not into mohair just because it gets really itchy and it's irritating and then it gets on everything. But with this time around, it's so soft, it has a bit of a buoyancy to it, and it's really just wonderful when we're thinking about heavy knits that has that texture, because we're all about texture plays.
Yes.
This one is built to have the same texture, but none of the nuisance that you would kind of deal with when you're thinking about mohair.
Yeah, that's so rude to have it like shed and everything. So we make sure that he doesn't do that. And then what we know too is like when you're jumping on the plane for a warm destination, even warmer than what we talked about with Claire's in South Carolina, you want the coat here that really can just fold up so easily. Nothing is worse than going into a sweltering destination to a hotel and you've got like a big wool coat over you. So being able to really layer up is key. Then for you, you're gonna wanna have like
just like a little outfit for those times that I step out, go somewhere else other than the wedding, maybe get some drinks with like the party, the bride, like bridesmaids and stuff, and just like
Exactly, like the little before events.
Yeah.
And when you think about those events, they're the things that like really pack up the lightest in the bag. This lets you wear this with a coverage or
Yeah.
not.
It just changes the tone of the top. If
Yeah.
you kind of want it here, if you want one-sided, if you kind of want to put it where it's just around the shoulders and kind of like shows in the back. It's so versatile in that sense.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
And then I think what I'm going to do is just give you one sweatshirt here for running down breakfast in the morning.
For
Like,
sure.
So easy.
And this is would be with my crispy La Felix pants, and then just like one sandal. I believe the Rudolph is part of, not the Rudolph, the Rudy's in red. This guy
Yeah.
would be perfect.
Exactly. So you've just got a couple of flat sandals in there, and you've probably worn a sock and a brogue or something onto the plane. So again, I hope you bring something good back from your trip,
Yeah.
because
I have
You've
so
got
much
room?
room to bring up back all the accessories.
You really
all
do.
All the like little street vendors.
yeah, you can pick up some really good stuff. So, and that's something that's nice to plan for. You know, we do love the idea of being able to bring something home with us. Okay, so we have one last segment here, and we have got Sarah, who is going out to the Midwest. And what's interesting here is you guys know Sarah from all of these segments, and Sarah has a very high fashion urban wardrobe.
Correct.
By and large, right? So the Midwest can seem like a challenge, but it's not, because you know that it is just about dressing and feeling like yourself wherever
Totally.
we go. So is this what you're wearing onto the plane?
This is what I'm wearing onto the plane
Yeah.
because the flights are relatively short. I take 2 flights, one to Detroit and then one to our final destination. And so I'm wearing the slouchy carpenter jean
Yeah.
in indigo denim because I think it kind of speaks to kind of that Midwest Americana.
James Dean.
I'm really leaning in here.
Yeah.
And then I'm just wearing a white crew neck t-shirt, and then this is the double-faced cashmere in black. This is a size small, and I would normally get an extra small, but I actually like how loose this is for
Yeah.
the plane because as Amy can attest, I tend to roll up into a ball.
Yeah.
And this to me is just like the perfect thing to like hold up over my
Well,
eyes.
and really be able to dress up or dress down.
Totally.
So for the airplane, you are definitely not going to pack this. You're going to take this
No.
onto the plane.
I'm definitely packing this with me. I love this wax cropped jacket. It really, to me, this is like the right balance between where I'm going geographically and
Yeah.
my personal style. Because I really do love kind of like traditional Americana jeans and a t-shirt, and this really speaks to that that vibe.
So when you're going out now just for lunch,
Totally.
all of a sudden the dark denim seems very put
Totally.
together where you are.
Totally.
But this keeps you right in
Totally. So when
the
I'm going
right
out to
space.
lunch, I'm definitely wearing the classic wash
Yeah.
jean. You know, I might even be wearing a full denim look.
Love it.
And I don't really feel out of place because denim is one of those like universal textiles. It's really rooted in like workwear and utility. And so for me, that kind of sweet spot is what really helps me translate my personal style to somewhere that I feel I can still be myself, but that I don't
Yes.
stick out.
Yeah, so when you're packing, you really want to think, what are the things you're going to wear that match the vibe but don't put you in costume?
Totally.
And all of these are things that are shapes and washes and designs that anyone can see you wearing on a regular day. So you're going to be spending a lot of time at home.
Yes,
Perfect
exactly.
gray t-shirt.
You know, if I'm going in the winter, it snows and it snows a lot. It's
Yeah.
really cold, so I want to make sure that I have really good fundamental pieces like the Calder sweatpant. I probably live in this, but I want to make sure that I can put on a good boot like the Mario and a jacket and run errands or do whatever I need to do outside and still feel put together
Yeah.
and warm.
Yeah, so we've got the Mario boot for running around. You've got a bay room for probably hanging out in the house and watching
Yep.
football. And then you
Our
can
rival team.
and then you can put on a big snow boot because that's probably going to be your reality as well. So the snow boot is probably coming with you
Yeah,
onto the plane,
totally.
and you're going heavy up on the denim. 'Cause
I am going heavy on the denim because I really do feel
it's a reality.
it's a reality of the location.
Yeah.
And then I love this sweater because of the versatility that I can wrap it and make it a scarf. I can wear it in multiple different ways. And if I'm going, over the holidays, I want to make sure that I have options where I feel that I can look a little bit more polished, which again is why I'm leaning into some of the indigo denim a little bit more.
So can you grab that off? So what I want to point out before we wrap up here is that when we talked about feeling appropriate in the environment that you're in, a lot of it is really leaning into color stories. So not like you're a set designer or anything and having to go buy new clothing for it, but having all of these pieces that are so fundamentally you, but that kind of like this is color-wise, like this is how we imagine the American Midwest.
Totally.
Like, this is our color story, and I was born in Indiana, so I am familiar with the vibe, okay?
Totally.
So we have packed you up, and now if anyone wants to give you cookies or anything
I've
like
got
that
room.
to take home, you're totally good.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so you fit perfectly here. And also, it's so freaking satisfying to like roll up in a small bag. There's something very smug about
It is, for me, it is quite the accomplishment, and I will tell everyone that I've packed a small bag.
because they will not. I mean, I
'Cause
was
they
in
don't
Dubai
believe
with
me.
you,
Yeah.
but that was when we just met. And I feel like now you could do a Dubai redo, and that
Oh,
bag will be
totally.
like half the
Totally.
size. Okay, guys, so come back in 15 minutes, and we will have segment 5, and it's going to be a really good one. Not to get you too hyped up, but it's going to be good. All right, see you then.